Y'all know what it is, man. Yo, welcome back, fellas. Welcome back, welcome back. You know what I mean?
Yes,
We
yes.
doing what it is, man. We New York to the fullest. Yo, shout out to everybody who missed us and people who didn't because they know what we do. But you know how
People
we shot.
game because they
Yo,
not
yeah, exactly. You
like
know what I
that.
mean? Like, yo, they don't like us. Uh, you know how we start off. We're gonna take a little, we're gonna take a little shot. You know what I mean? We're gonna, and this one is. I know it's a little bit early right now for this recording, but I was reading an article. And shout out to the New York Knicks, man, because Earl Pearl Monroe is the longest living NBA player right now at 80
That's
years
crazy.
old. You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
NBA player?
NBA player. He's the oldest NBA player living
Older
right
than
now.
older than my man Parrish? Not Parrish.
Yeah, Parrish
Parrish.
from Celtics you talking about?
He
Yeah,
played with
yeah,
fucking Larry, so he damn sure ain't as old.
Not
I mean,
him.
old, as
yeah.
old
He,
as
yeah, he ain't older than Earl. He ain't
Robert
older than
Parrish.
Earl.
No,
Bill Russell. Bill Russell's
Bill-
dead.
Yeah,
Bill Russell just
dead.
died. Oh, not the
Yeah.
oldest living all time, just right now, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Right.
Right now, living right now, that
God
played
bless,
in the
man.
NBA. You know what I mean? Like, yo, shout
Nobody
out
that
to
played in. Wow, that's
Oscar Robinson
You know
got to
what I
be
mean?
up there too. I know he's still alive. We
Yeah.
got
He's
to.
probably
Yeah.
right behind him.
he's probably
Yeah.
right behind him. But right now,
Pause, that's
currently,
crazy.
right now,
Pause, that's
yo,
Yeah.
God
Welcome
damn.
back.
yo,
Welcome back, ladies and
welcome,
gentlemen.
welcome back. Yo,
Stay,
put your hat
yo,
on,
stay
man.
alert. Stay alert. Stay alert.
Stay
Stay
alert, bro.
alert,
Stay
guys.
alert.
All right, here we go.
I'm just trying to shout out. I'm trying to shout out Earl Pearl Monroe, and y'all niggas is turning
Shit
this
goes
shit
left all the time.
sideways, bro. Like real quick. Yo,
putting
take a
names
shot.
behind Big O.
Salute, man.
Let's go.
Salute,
Damn.
guys.
Salute, man.
Bitch,
Good
I
to
wear
be
like
back.
chins.
They can try to put a name behind him. The Big O.
Here we go. All right. Yo, stay
All
alert.
right. Stay alert. I want to welcome everyone back. The long-awaited return to Real Sports Talk, New York's new #1 sports talk of the streets. Yo, you already know who I am. It's your boy Cash. I got my boy Q with me. I got my boy Jay with me, and of course, you know Rob, man. We a little rusty and shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get the flow now. It's like when you don't go to the studio for a month, you got, But what's good, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Y'all niggas was on sabbatical.
We definitely not as good as you and Q. Y'all were jet setting like a motherfucker. Welcome back, gents.
Yo,
How was
don't
the,
even say
Yeah,
jet because
don't
like
say
this
jet
nigga,
setting.
this nigga flip,
What
nigga
happened?
flipped
I
on a
almost
jet
died
ski.
in the fucking ocean, nigga.
No way.
I flipped the jet ski in the middle of the ocean type shit.
No.
With my son on the shit. Yeah. Waves was crazy. This is a whole story. I'll tell you all off air, but praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Then no one came to get me. Motherfucker just had me stranded out there.
Yo, I stopped
floating and
by.
floating.
I
Yeah, he
made
did.
it.
But he almost got
by.
caught $1,000 fine because you can't. There's a certain area you can go, and if you go in the area, you can hit divers. So that motherfuckers got like cops on the water. They'll give you $1,000 fine. So he had to. It's a whole story, man. It's just crazy. But we had a good time though.
Wow.
I got drunk as fuck, man. I on some fucking young boy shit. And what
As you
spot we
should.
was in? What?
Las Solas?
Yeah, they got a strip called Las Solas. It's kind of like the
It's
kind of like the
Senor
South Beach
Frogs
of
and
Fort
shit. You know what I
Lauderdale.
mean? Like, yeah.
And motherfuckers feeling good, like, fuck it, I'm 50, I don't give a fuck. I'm still young, you know what I'm saying? So I'm mixing drinks, doing dumb shit. I don't even mix drinks, but I'm just mixing drinks. Next thing shit starts spinning.
Yeah.
Niggas in the fucking hotel room praying to the porcelain gods, man. And
Regretting it.
yeah, and I was like, damn, I ain't done that in a long time. I ain't throwing
Did
up.
you lose a day? Like the next day was you?
Nah. Because I got
hurt?
up on some Pedialyte. I refused to lose a fucking day. That's that shit cost bread.
No time lost. No time lost at all, bro.
All I did the next day, I was like, I ain't drink the next day. I just, shit.
Took it easy.
It was good though, man. I urge all y'all to get out down there. It's a nice little strip, and it's cool because it wasn't like mad young niggas either, like mad like 19-year-old niggas running around wild. It was like, dudes my age, dudes Q's age. It's cool. It's cool vibe and shit. You know what I'm saying? South Beach has gotten a little bit ratchet. I was out in South Beach last year, and it's like, it's getting a little. Everybody think they Rick Ross and Plies, and it's getting a little crazy out there.
I don't know what I would do. Like I would do what y'all did, or I would hit Naples again because Naples,
that type of shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like upscale, more mature and shit like that. So I would do something like that. But yo, that's dope, man. And again, happy motherfucker.
Man.
It's God.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, my man 50 Cent
Laps
over here.
You been gone for like over a month. I think I ain't do like the last 2 shows with y'all, so it's been a real hot minute for me and shit. So
exactly.
I'm excited to be back. Shout out to L on the cruise right now.
Yeah, I was on the cruise and shit.
You know, shout out to L.
I was doing that summertime shit. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, facts,
Yo, man,
facts,
you gotta
facts.
do it, man. Yo, every day's summer for you.
Yeah, every
That's
day.
You know
why.
what I mean? Like,
What time's the barbecue? What time's the
yeah,
barbecue?
word. Like, yo, he going to barbecue at 4:00. Yo,
Yo, it's
Yo.
crazy. Man. Yo, you know, it gets hot later in the day. So like, it'd be like 6 o'clock and it's just peaking at like 100. You know, down here. So it's weird.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what we're gonna do today that we haven't done in a good minute is we're gonna talk some football. We ain't talk football in a minute. It's been all hoops. It's been all Knicks. We're gonna talk some Knicks. We're gonna talk a little hoops too, but we're gonna start off with the Giants and then we'll talk about the Jets next week because I want to spend a little bit of time on the Giants. Look, if you're a Giants fan, you know you've been suffering for the last 12 fucking years, 13 years, whatever. It's been over a decade now.
I go like, nah, that's crazy. That's egregious.
When's the last time they made the playoffs? At least 10 years ago.
No,
They made it. They made it that one. It was that one outlier season a couple.
Yeah, but like
seasons
we
ago.
wasn't like, all right.
But
let's
that
talk
was
about like
when
7 years.
when they re-signed
like
Daniel
7
Jones.
years, like
Yeah,
7
yeah.
years. It's been a bad 7 years.
They made. I think they made the playoffs one time in the last 10 years.
6, 7 years.
I
Nah.
beseech unto you, my brothers.
All right.
Let's.
But
no,
listen, outside of that one year, they made the wild card.
The Giants have given us in our lifetime 3 Super Bowls. With
4.
Some teams.
Oh, 2. Well, two in my lifetime.
4 in mine.
3.
4 in mine.
4 in mine.
They had some old ass
86,
niggas.
90, 7 and 11.
4. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
4. The Giants has given us 4
Yeah.
Super Bowls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, one every decade. If you really
Actually,
do the math.
actually, I'm lying. Three in my lifetime. So I was born in '88. My bad.
The Jets haven't given us one in our lifetime, right?
That's a fact.
Damn. That's a
There
shout
are
out, Jay.
No. There are some football franchises, right?
Mhm.
Such as, let's just say,
Here, boy.
Cowboys and other storied franchises like the Green Bay Packers, and
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Cornerstones,
you know,
Steelers.
why we always gotta
We
act
going
like,
with
oh, the Giants haven't been around in so long. No, we just we gotta sign, you gotta move, players around. Getting to the Super Bowl is not an easy thing, right?
Yeah,
They've been
but
bad
getting
since
to the
they-
playoffs, you should be able to do.
Post Eli,
Yeah.
you know, when Eli was here, I don't give a fuck what he was doing. Eli gave me 2. They might not
Eli
have been
gave
the
pause.
best.
Eli gave us 2. Stay
Yeah.
alert.
Wow. Whoa. No. Fuck that.
Bring them up. We going. That's where we going already. Bring 'em-
Yo, come on, man.
I'm quiet.
I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. I'll leave. Bring them up.
What?
What did he say? What did he say? I didn't even hear what he said.
Hey, coming to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
No, I'm telling you, pause. Pause.
Yo. Whoa.
Pause.
Whoa. Go.
Pause.
Whoa.
Pause.
Oh man.
All right.
But Rob,
Jay,
I get the point.
duly noted.
Either way, the Giants haven't really
Duly
outside
noted.
of that. Hold on, outside of that one year, they made the playoffs a couple years ago. Dave won Coach of the Year. Daniel Jones, you know, and we got smashed by. We beat the Vikings and we got smashed by Philly. Pause.
Wow.
Yo, hold on.
Come on, bro. No.
Yeah,
Yo, come on.
Pause.
Everything was going
Hold up.
smooth.
Hold up.
What is this?
Hey.
All right. After, you know, we got. There's no good way to say after we lost to. Here we go. After we lost to the Eagles.
There
All
you go.
Let me get through this monologue right now.
Hello.
Shit getting crazy. Yo, all right. Either way, check this out. All offseason, all I've been hearing is, oh, the Giants have no shot to win the NFC East. You know, you got the Eagles. You know, they're still like counting the Cowboys to be better than us. And if you really take a deep dive into what the Cowboys look like, the Cowboys ain't really good. I give it to the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? They're very good. And Eagles, you know, Howie Rosenberg and all them, they always a contender. But all season long, I've been hearing that they have no shot. Everyone's saying, you know, they're gonna finish last in the division. Last couple of weeks, you're starting to hear these guys change. These guys are slick though. These media pundits, they just switch their opinions, act like they never said the shit they just said. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Ryan Clark was shitting on them all offseason. Now all of a sudden, oh, the Giants are legit because you're seeing the training camp. You're seeing Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's looking. You know, all right, it's training camp. I get it. They haven't put on the pads yet, but still, you're seeing him connect with Jalen Hyatt a little bit. Jalen Hyatt has come back. He's put on about 20 pounds of muscle. Malik Neighbors, is cooking dudes in training camp, cooking Deontay Banks, cooking our newest corner that we got from the Saints, Paulson Adebo, who's a really good corner. He's probably our number one corner this year. He's looking good. And you got to give a little credit to Joe Shane and Brian Dable, man, who were on the hot seat just a couple months ago, and they're probably still on the hot seat, but I think they did a good job in the offseason. I think Joe Shane, the GM of the Giants, has made some mistakes in the past, but overall, I think he's done a good job in terms of acquiring free agents. I think he doesn't get enough credit for what he's done in the draft. He's got some blue chip players, you know what I'm saying? In Abdul Carter, Malik Neighbors, Evan Neal was a bust. So he's had some busts. He's had some good dudes, but they look good on both sides of the ball. But what I'm most excited about is the QB play. Like, you guys were cracking on me because I have behind me, I have this Daniel Jones jersey. It's gonna be.
I told you get rid of that shit.
I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna sell that. It's $150.
Sell it to who?
Actually,
Just
tell
put it in a
somebody
box
whose last
somewhere.
name is Jones.
But
You know what I
good
mean?
quarterback play. We haven't seen
Salvation
good.
Army. Take that shit to the Salvation Army.
I will. I might even wear that to paint the house or some shit. But we had some good quarterback play. We're gonna have some good quarterback play this year. And we haven't seen that. Listen, look, we haven't seen a competent quarterback since a couple years before Eli was finished. You know what I'm saying? Let's pray Russ doesn't get hurt because we got the Black Brett Favre behind him. But I think you're gonna see Russell Wilson. He's confident. He has experience. People say he's lost a step, but when the play breaks down and the pocket collapses, he can still get outside that pocket and still extend plays. You know, we all know about the moon ball passes he has. He's one of the best deep. I think I looked at a stat. He is the best deep ball passer pause in the league last year. You know what I'm saying? Over Josh Allen, over Lamar, over Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? That's something we needed for Jalen Hyatt, for Darius Slayton, for Wandell, Malik Neighbors. Listen, I want to go to y'all real quick. Q, you're one of the biggest Giants fans I know. What are you feeling about the Giants this year?
Man, usually I'm always like, we in for a rough season, fellas. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this season feels a little bit different. Yo, man, I'm good, man. Ain't no pauses.
Right,
ain't no pauses on this.
Stay alert.
It's
Stay alert.
It's straight play, bro. It's straight play,
Stay
bro.
alert.
You know what I mean? Like,
Jay, listen.
come on, man. Yo, I didn't even say nothing crazy, bro. Like, you trying to just fuck with me, man.
I just said stay alert. That's all I said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yo, this team and what's gonna I think the difference maker and from what I've seen from the footage that I saw is gonna be Hyatt. I think Jalen Hyatt is gonna have. I think Jalen Hyatt is gonna have his actual breakout season. You know, he had breakout plays. You know what I mean, in the last 2 seasons, but I think this is gonna be his breakout season. I feel like, you know,
Hopefully.
I feel like, yeah. From what I saw in the footage, the way he's running his routes and the way Russell Wilson, you know what I mean, it's throwing the pigskin. You know what I mean? Like I think it's compatible. You know what I mean? But like, I think me and you, Cash, was talking about this too. When's the last time the Giants had a decent quarterback?
Yeah.
It's been about like 7-8 years.
It's been a
It's been
while,
about
bro.
7-8 years, man. That's a long fuck. Yo, that shit's older than bro. The Giants haven't had a quarterback before I had kids. You know what I mean? Like that's a long fucking time, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like,
you know, we went through the DeVitos, we went through the Drew
Yeah.
Locks, and
we went through all the hopes and the downfalls. We went through everything. Like yo, we were throwing pennies at wishing wells. You know what I mean? Like, yo, please throw a good pass. You know what I mean? Like, please don't fumble the ball. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like now with the stability that we have right now, I feel like they built this team, and you know what I mean? You got to give some credit, like what you said. You know what I mean? So you got to give it to Shane. You know what I mean? And now we got to see what Dable does. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, now that you have a quarterback.
And Mara's just hawking. He's like he's hawking. Like, yo, y'all niggas fuck up this time.
Y'all fuck this one up. Yeah, it's over.
y'all fuck this one up.
Let him focus on the B1.
Yo, let's go. You know what I mean? But I think that's gonna be good. And yo, and Scatterboo, like I want to see like how he's gonna run the ball. I think it's gonna be good pairing him up with
Tyrone Tracy.
Which is Tyrone Tracy. Yo, it reminds me of Brandon Jacobs
And Ahmad
with
Bradshaw. Yep.
you know what I mean, Ahmad Bradshaw. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of dynamic
Thunder
I
lightning
feel
type
like
shit.
yeah, I feel like that they could bring, and it's gonna be different, man. Like, and now they're actually bringing this team back to the originated state where it came from. Defense. Our defense is stout. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what the stat sheet says. Yo, bro, like, we probably
Abdul Carter. That
we
front
have
seven
the
is
best defensive line. I don't care what anybody says.
About Carter. I don't know how I forgot about Carter.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, like,
Number one pick.
you know what I mean? Like,
and they
it's
say
gonna
he's
first
tearing
round
shit. They say
it's
he's
gonna
tearing
be,
shit
yo,
off in
he
training.
pushed the lineman. He pushed Schmidt.
Michael Schmidt,
Schmidt almost went into like the fucking other field goal post, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a problem for this team, in a good way. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what we need. We need to have that type of confidence, that type of tenacity, and that type of, you know what I mean? Like that needs to be the aura and the identity, because that's what the New York Giants is. They're a tough, rugged team. That's what 86 is. 86. Taylor, come on, man. That's what the team is. Carl Banks, defense,
Pepper
always
Johnson.
defense. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and now we're going back, now that we're originating back to our real identity of what the team is and what they stand for, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem for these guys. Now we're gonna be able to hold up. Cowboys, they're trash. I don't even talk about Dak Prescott. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, they got Dak. They got two players. They got two good players on.
No, they did a couple of things. We'll talk about that in another episode. But they did it. Let's stay in the Giants. They did a couple of things over
fuck
there.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
They got 4 good players on a 52-man roster. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Fuck
Your
the Cowboys.
division.
We'll talk about. Listen, I don't want to do an NFC East thing, but yeah, go ahead. I want to get to that. We'll do another episode on the different divisions. But yeah,
And talking about the NFC East, we're the hardest. We have the hardest division ever.
Relax, easy though. Relax on the first, Jay. You're on fire right now.
What do you say?
Hey, hardest division is it, yo.
He didn't say hardest division. He said we have the hardest.
We have the hardest division. We do, and we have the most championships. Because Jay's just mad. He's on the AFC East, man.
The hardest division is.
The NFC East has the most Super Bowls in NFL.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all right now. That's crazy. I'm done.
Pause.
Everything.
Nah, because I just said something less and y'all rung me up. We're not letting that get it. We're like a referee. How is he calling the game this week? We're calling it by the letters.
We're calling this by the law.
Yeah.
It's your boy Jay. He's got his gaydars on super sensitive. Like, he got
Gaydar.
That shit is wild.
What fucking neighborhood you living over there, man?
The
Jay,
strike zone is narrow
shit
today. The strike zone is narrow.
He's gonna have to sign his monologue in.
I'm done though, man. I want to hear you.
I'm gonna have to get my monologue proofread from that one before.
I want to hear you. I want to hear y'all take on this now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Rock.
Let's go to Rock. Let's go to Rock. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go, Charlamagne.
Rock, talk about the Giants. Your expectations on both sides of the ball this year.
Giants are gonna be 8-8.
Mm-hmm.
8-8 at best, 9-8. The Giants can make a playoff run this year, and that's with a healthy Russell or without a healthy Russell, because of the moves that they've made on both sides of the ball. Maybe you see something out of the rookie that they brought in at some point if Russ ain't meeting.
Talking about Dart?
Yeah,
talking about Jackson Dart.
Maybe you see something out. So we got what's our QB depth chart again? It's Russ.
Jameis Winston, Dart, and then Cutlets.
All right, so yeah, I'm not. Jameis is Jameis. Don't never get it twisted. Jameis is Jameis.
Black Brett Favre.
Right, but you probably sooner see something out of the kid Dart. Any event that something don't go right with Russ, because that's because of where they drafted and his politics of it all. But I think the Giants are 8-8. If it's dope, maybe 9-8 and 9-8. Over 500 season.
Right. Does that save Dable and Shane? Not to cut you off. Does that save them now? That 9-8?
Nah, it doesn't save them.
Save them?
It brings them back into the fold, because there's other things you got to do. And honestly, it depends on how the NFC East looks. Mm-hmm. It does depend on what it depends on what Q just said. It depends on how that division looks, because the Cowboys did not make no moves, and I'm not trying
Yeah.
to get to them. And the
Yeah.
Eagles are still the Eagles, right?
Mhm.
And so if the Giants,
Commanders.
huh?
And then you got the Commanders.
Right.
So that's my
So
question
if-
to you. Like, if you guys
I
come in
think-
last in your division,
I don't think they're gonna
challenge-
come in last in the division. That's the thing.
so then they'd have to beat out the Cowboys and the Washington Commanders in order to make any noise.
I think that's possible based off of what
Yo,
they've done on the defensive side of the ball.
But is that a failed season? You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Rod, is it a failed season? Yo, if the whole division wins, and this goes to the point where I said, you know, the NFC East won the most Super Bowls. So if the Giants win 9 to 10 games and still end up in third or fourth, you know what I mean? Like, and don't make the playoffs. Like, what does that gotta say? Yo, that has to go to something of like the division itself. You know, not the conference, the division.
It would still not be it would be because of the strength of the division versus what the team did. I wouldn't look at it as a loss because they would still, outside of the division alone, if the Giants have an 8-8 or a 9-8 season or something like that, then you see the improvement, right? You just you got to keep tweaking it. Like, it's us versus this division, unfortunately. And it went from the NFC East to the fucking NFC East again, or the NFC Beast again. So it's kind of like, you know, there's a couple of teams in NFC East where I think the Eagles, as studious as they are, as good as a team that is, I don't see them repeating anywhere near what they did last year because of just the way that certain shit is being looked at, the tush push and all of that other shit. I also think another Cinderella team who's going to actually have to play football this year are the Commanders. Commanders, they're looking at this kid. What's my homeboy name?
Daniels.
JD5.
Yeah. He has a great talent. That kid is a really great talent, but they really don't have the best offense. Like, a lot of shit just went. Like, they had
Terry
that.
McLaurin, that's it.
You know, they had that.
They brought Debo over there too.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, they got Debo.
They had the run that they needed to have to shut everybody down versus that division. The Cowboys
in his rookie year.
So boom,
He's good though. He's good.
Here's
Super
a few
good.
things.
Yeah.
Here's a few things we could go, and I'll close with this. We can rely on the Cowboys doing what the Cowboys do, which means they'll be as good as they are until they're not. Period. The games that they're supposed to win, they're not. You know, in the moments where they're supposed to rise, they're not. And that's what we can rely on. And that's based off of what they did this year. They still haven't done anything where I'm like, the Cowboys kind of like, they ponied up, so to speak. The Giants have all the pieces right now. We just don't know what it looks like, in my opinion. The Giants have all the pieces.
I agree.
They got all the pieces. They got the back. They did good with getting a good running back core. They have a decent quarterback room. They've got two receivers where I could say, okay, we could see something out of there. And they ponied up on the defensive end with old boy. You know what I'm saying? So the Giants put the pieces together to say, even if it's not this year, it'll be next year and beyond. And we'll have a clear look at who our quarterback really will be, because Russell Wilson's on his last, he's on his last leg. We know that Russell Wilson is not the future of the Giants, but if he can last the next 3 or 4 seasons, the Giants are in good position, 8-8, 9-8. Even if they don't make the playoffs, I think that the team looks good. You know,
Right. Let me ask you this before we answer the J, because you said something that I've been thinking about for a while. You said two receivers, right? Obviously Malik Neighbors, stud. They re-signed Slayton. Are you talking about Slayton or Hyatt? What do you like? Because I wanted him to get another. You think Hyatt's going to get the second spot?
I agree with. No, well, even if Hyatt's the 3, even if you put the 1, 2, 3 together, where it's Neighbors, it's Shepard, and then it's
no. Neighbors Slayton.
Neighbors Slayton, and then you put Hyatt as your.
And then you got Wanda on the slot.
Right.
Yeah.
Hyatt has an upside. Where it's kind of like, yes, keep not looking at me. And Russell's in that position where them crossing routes and those little dig routes and stuff like that, where the kid can fuck around and just have a great season. The Giants got the pieces; they just need to put it together.
Yeah, I was concerned, and Jay,
I do think their wide receiving core is to say the least. It's. The Giants got the pieces. We don't know what it looks like just based off of the Giants being Like I said about the Cowboys,
The Giants.
The Giants, right?
Yeah, nah,
They
yeah,
got-
Hold on one
facts.
second.
Jay, before I give it to you, I agree with Rod. I just thought I wanted an experienced guy to come in here, like a D Hop or something. But listen, if, during the offseason, Russell Wilson kind of took a shine. Pause to Jalen Hyatt. He came and he says, I think I think this kid could be good. I think he hasn't, had the quarterback play to really unlock him. Because, he's like a go route, fade route, Hail Mary type of dude. Almost like I always compare him like Deshaun Jackson from the Eagles a couple years ago. He's like, he's like that deep ball threat. Pause.
That's big praise.
Yeah, but he's also one dimensional in terms of, he's not running curls, comebacks, fades, go, So wheel routes and all that shit. But I think Jalen Hyatt, if he can unlock him, they've been holding like private practices together where he's kind of mentoring Jalen Hyatt, which is dope. If you're looking at training camp, right.
My point. Like,
But I want to say that Slayton,
unlock.
but they just signed Slayton. They gave him number 2 money, so
That's
I'm trying to
fine.
figure out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Slayton's good for 7. They had a down year last year, but he normally gives you 700, 750 yards. I'm wondering if we're just a little bit light in the ass. Pause on in the receiving core. What do you think?
Well, go. I'll hear what Jay got to say. I wanted to piggyback off of what you said with that though, but yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
Well,
Yo, Jay gotta speak. Yo, I'm putting the gavel down. Jay gotta speak.
Yeah, Jay gotta speak.
Because he's the only Jet fan here, so I want to hear what he has to say.
Why y'all doing that then? Why we even talking about that?
Yeah, Jay, talk your talk, Jay.
I think they're going to be way better than 9 and 8. I think that team is going to probably do more likely to me. You know what I'm saying? I think that you're looking at probably a 12 and 5 team next year. Me personally, I think they're going to be fantastic. I think that the team is going to go. I think the team is going to go how Malik Neighbors goes. And the reason why I say that is because last year Malik Neighbors accounted for 30% of their receptions. If you really think about who they had as their quarterback, and he was able to still account for 30%. Now that we have a book on him, the rest of the league has a book on him, they're going to figure out ways to kind of mitigate or slow down the amount of damage that he does. He killed the overall, broke the NFL rookie record with, I think, 109, if 110, something like that, or whatever the case may be. But if you look at it overall, they're going to go as he goes. And the reason why I say that is because the attention is going to be on him, which will absolutely allow Hyatt, Slayton opportunities that they didn't have last
single
year.
coverage.
Exactly. And now, and deeper than that, you also that backfield with Tyrone Tracy, you're going to see him get unlocked because now the threats are there. And they have a guy who can put the ball down the field at any given moment. Flick of the wrist, that ball is in the air. And I mean, those moonshots where he can absolutely blow the top off the defense. When you have that type of threat,
so crazy.
Everybody has to take a step back and not be so dynamic as far as rushing the quarterback or where your blitzes come from, because you could absolutely fuck it up, which opens up what? Which opens up the run game. And Tyrone Tracy is an absolute problem back there.
Right.
Switching to the other side of the football, you have a team that realistically, before Abdul Carter came there, they were killing the league. I mean, I said killing the league, but their defense was super stout last year. And that was with Thibodeau. And that was with Thibodeau being out. Thibodeau was out.
I think that was top 10 without Wink.
Right. You know what I mean? So now you got a healthy, front seven. Plus you have Abdul Carter, who's the second coming. I don't want to, start crowning him, but everybody's saying that he's going to be a Lawrence Taylor type of.
And he's versatile. He lines up in different areas on the edge, crazy. Interior. He goes up the gut. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I noticed, just kind of like watching a mixtape on him is he's disciplined. Like he doesn't just he's not just erratically, chasing him. He really sees the holes and he's shooting those holes. Pause. And that's what creates that type of fucking disruption. So when you see, if you look at all those things, I don't see them being an average football team. Now, I know that we can look at them against the NFC Beast is what we kind of have to call it. I think that Washington Commanders, they'll be stout, but I think they take a step back because now we have a book, right? I don't know that Terry McLaurin's contract will get done, so I don't know even if he'll be playing. He may withhold services, so we still have to look at that. So they may start off rocky. The Cowboys, I'm not super blown away by any of the moves they made. They did make moves, but I don't see anything being, being super substantial. And they haven't re-signed what do you call it yet? So there's still that situation that's going on, and that disrupts the locker room. They haven't re-signed the fucking edge rusher. Oh my gosh,
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons. They haven't re-signed Micah Parsons. So that's still, and he's gone public and said a couple of things that he's uncomfortable, and
they do this with every star they have. Why I don't know. And then they wind up paying him, overpaying him. I don't be getting it.
They wind up overpaying him.
Yeah,
so they did the same thing last year with Dak and CD. So
yeah.
I don't see that team is going to come out the starting blocks hot or fast. And that's where we, I think, have the advantage. If we come out the starting blocks on fire, which I expect them to do. I haven't looked at their schedule yet, so I apologize for that. But I think that they'll come out.
Did they drop the schedule already?
Yeah, I already bought tickets
a long time ago. Yeah, they dropped that shit a long time ago. They dropped that shit back in like they dropped it June. I think they dropped the schedule. Maybe before that even. But yeah, the fact that in May. Pardon me, in May. So with that being said, I don't see them being an average football team. I think they'll be either the one or the two. I'm not going to discount Philly. They're the champs, and who'd they lose? They lost their offensive coordinator. He got a head coaching job. I'm trying to remember where, but I know they.
I think he went to the.
They lose their corners every fucking year too, man. That's just crazy. Yeah, when you're a good team and shit.
Yeah, and that's because he got the exposure. They want, like everybody, they're a hot team, so everybody wants to pick up, their pieces or pilfer their staff in order to get their next coach. But I don't think there's going to be a problem. The tush push was not overruled, so they can still do it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. They
can still do it. What's the difference? They just got to be able to do it better than everybody else. There are teams that are right now somewhere practicing that shit to see if they can stop it, see if they can duplicate it. So I don't think that you're gonna lose much there as far as the Eagles are concerned. So I think in order you'll see the Eagles. I think you're gonna see the Giants at number 2 with the 12-5 record. I think you're gonna see the Commanders at 3 and the Cowboys Cowboys will round it out.
You talk about the Eagles, like you're right. Like they lose a lot. They lost a lot of pieces, man. But their GM Howie Rosenberg, he's a hell. I hate the Eagles, but I gotta give it up to him. He's a hell of a fucking. He's a hell of a GM, man. I think Josh Sweat is gone, right?
Sweat is gone.
Yeah, Milton Williams is gone. Hold on.
Let me ask you a question. Is Jalen
stepping all over my toes?
Is Jalen Hurts overrated?
My feet hurt.
No.
I thought, remember we did a show last year? And I was killing Jalen Hurts in the passing game. I'm grown enough to admit I was wrong. I don't think he's overrated at all. No, not at all. I think he's a really good quarterback. Now he has a good team around him. He has good pieces around him. You know what I mean? He has all the right pieces in order to make him successful. But I think you still got to get the job done. That's in my opinion. But I don't give him too much praise. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, Darius Slay. Sweat goes to Arizona. That was a big loss. They got one of our dudes, Azeez Ojulari, who I didn't understand for the life of me why the Giants didn't move him last year. They could have got a compensatory. How you say?
2 picks.
Compensatory pick, right? It didn't make sense. They also got a Dory Jackson. They got Mekhi Becton from the Jets. That was like 2 years ago. But either way, they got a good defense. They got a good offense. I think, like Jay said, they'll be number 1. I think I'm gonna say Commanders are gonna be number 2. I think Dan Quinn and them are really good coaches. I think you saw what they did last year. I think Giants would be 3, and I think Cowboys would be 4. But I'm hoping where I was right in the 12-5, and I think 12-5.
Yeah, you said 12-5. I said
no. I think Jay said 12. Yeah. I'm hoping that they're 12-5, man. But what about the offensive line, man? Anyone want to tap in on that, man? Like, rated one of the worst offensive lines last year. Obviously, Andrew Thomas is the gold standard on that line. But Runyon is back. His shit was cut short last year. I think Schmidt might have got hurt the other day. Van Rotten and Luminor. I think they're better than people say. They've been switching around. Some have moved the guard, some have moved the tackle. Go ahead, Jay. What are you talking about?
I like that. I like that take and that thought process. I don't think I think the offensive line is going to be dramatically better this year because of the fact that you have the weapons and you have the quarterback to actually damage the secondary. The fact that you have that, the defenses can't just fucking haphazardly rush in. That was the problem before. But you got a quarterback back there that absolutely sucks. The defenses just pin their ears back and they fucking go. They don't give a fuck. He can't get the ball to them. We'll get to him before he can do it. Russ has the escapability and he's got the arm, and now he's got like they have footage on Neighbors, like I said, but Slayton and Hyatt, they have a real opportunity here to be special, and I think that forces the front seven of the opposing team to kind of play it a little bit. You have to think it through now. You can't just say, "Yo, we'll get to them. It ain't nothing happening." You can't do that. So it gives the offensive line a little bit of a break. I don't want to say a break, but it gives them a little bit more of a where that rush. They have a pause. They have a cause to pause is what I want to say. I don't think you're gonna see those blitzes and those various schemes that you saw last year against a quarterback that just couldn't perform, right? Who did we have back there? We had Cutlets back there. We had fucking Drew Lock at one point back there, and we had who was the other person we had back in the
Jones?
Daniel Jones, right? So you can't just fly back there haphazardly. Russell can escape also, and he'll make you pay. Yeah. So be cautious with the way you scheme up against him, and I think that will help the offensive line dramatically.
Not gonna lie, you got a couple of little fans that are trying to watch you in the podcast, Jay.
Oh, my baby girls! I'm like,
yo, I keep looking up because I'm like, yo, get out of here. They like, we want to watch the podcast. Let's copy. I'm like, all right. Whatever.
Young fans, that's dope.
That's dope.
Young fans, but yeah, I like. Listen, I love what the Giants did to wrap this up, man. Yo, there's a kid that I've been looking. There's two kids, Daquan Felton, he's a receiver, and Bryce Ford Wheaton, who we drafted a couple years ago. I would like to see them develop. I would like to see some player development. And they also got a kid on the defensive line. What the fuck is his name? Darius Alexander. Y'all heard about him?
I heard Darius Alexander.
Kid is a beast. Kid is a beast. He's fast. The kid is a beast. So I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. They're gonna work him in there, and they got Roy Robertson Harris. Who else they bringing? Chauncey Golson. So they did a lot. They have a lot of rotational pieces. They're gonna be, I really want to give Joe Shane a lot of props, and I don't want to be too confident because I jump out the fucking window every year.
That's why I say 12-5 is a wild. That's a wild.
Paulson and Debo.
That's a wild assumption.
Don't forget we got Javon Holland. Drew Phillips is probably the best nickel corner in the league. We got a lot of, Thibodeau. We still got Cordell Flott. We got a lot of fucking dudes, man. Like, we have a real good defense. Brian Burns, yeah, go ahead.
I got a question, Jay. You said 12-5, which is a very that's not a record for any team in the NFL that you just sniff at. Wouldn't 12-5 technically make them a Super Bowl contender?
I don't know if it makes them a Super Bowl contender, but I think it gets them into the playoffs. I think you have to have that record to get into the playoffs. I don't think that they can sneak in with a 10-7.
And that division?
I don't think so.
Nah.
I think.
Well, they could probably sneak in with a 10-7, but like in order to solidify a playoff spot,
they would need to be 11-6 or 12-5. I just feel like that team has.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like to avoid the wild card. That's what you got to do. You can't be 8-9. Like this is not the division or the conference no more. Like what we're talking about for the past 20 years. Like we can't just skate by because people forget. Like the Giants went to the playoffs on records where they were under 500. Like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know, but at best, that's what I'm saying. At best, the Giants are a play-in team. That's all I'm saying. They're not a. That's
play-in. What is this? The NBA?
I agree. I agree.
I'm talking with you.
Yeah. At best, the Giants are a wild card team this year as constructed. Next year, then we're talking should be a playoff team. Next year, they got to again. They're moving in the right direction. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't.
I want to ask you. Right? That's great. Why do you say that they're a wild card? What teams other than the Eagles do you put above them in that division?
Possibly the Commanders.
I say possibly, realistically.
But that's a possible.
Commanders is a good team. They got Terry. Now they got Terry and Debo.
I got you.
And I think the Commanders had like the fifth best defense in the league last season.
They had a really good defense.
That's an any given Sunday type of question.
They got Von Miller and Javon Kinlaw too. They got a decent defense, yeah.
So
I forgot they got Vaughn.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
even though we'll see what he got left,
yeah.
That's an any given Sunday type of question. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like because in order to make them 12-5, that means
you feeding us jambalaya, huh?
No. He's not feeding us jambalaya. But in order for them to be 12-5, that means that the Giants can't lose to anybody, even in the division. They can't lose to any of their games versus Washington. They have to completely skunk the Cowboys, and they have to do the same to the Eagles, more or less. So maybe they do a split with the Eagles. But that means 12-5. That means you're saying that the Giants are going to win the NFC. They're going to be the number one team in that division, and I just don't see
why. What are you talking about? The Eagles can absolutely give you. The Eagles just finished this season that just passed. What they finished? 15-2, 14-3.
That's the Eagles. They're the
I
Super
get
Bowl
what you're
champions.
saying.
What are we talking about? Like why are you? We can do not compare the Giants and the Eagles are not in the same page both right now. Whether it be from a coaching aspect, what their system is, or indifferent. Remember, they took Saquon and went to the top. They still have that team. So when you say
the homie made the cover of Madden 26.
I mean, at best, if the question is, is Jalen Hurts overrated? Even if he is, you have yourself a quarterback that knows how to work within that system. He don't got to be fucking 5,000 passing yards. That's not what we do over here. You know what I'm saying? What we're going to do is we're going to put our quarterback in the position for a tush push. We got the receivers, we got the defense, we got the running back, and we're going to fucking kill you guys. That's the Eagles. The Giants don't have that yet. We were just not even 10 minutes ago, we was asking, is the O-line going to be good enough to keep fucking Russell Wilson healthy? You know what I'm saying? So the Giants got the pieces. They do have the pieces to where, you'll see some movement in there. And just based off of the fact that I think the Cinderella season with the Commanders can easily be, those three teams, the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Commanders, they'll be sitting there trying to figure out, I need to win this game. They might not even be divisional games that they got to win. They just got to win the games they're supposed to win outside of the division. Within the division, though, 12-5, you're basically saying the Giants are going to skunk 2 out of these 3 teams, which means like the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Commanders, respectfully, will only beat the Giants once in this season, and I just don't see that to happen.
I could say that I think the Giants, and I agree with Rod saying, because I see the Giants winning at least 1 Super Bowl in the next 5 years. I'll be completely honest, because longevity is a big thing. These football players, and a lot of things are gonna happen. Like you can't be great forever.
Giants got the second best defense in that division, and they might have the best, but we got to see it. It's on paper right now. We got to see.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And that's where those wins are going to come. That's where I say you maybe get a split with the Eagles, on the season.
Yeah,
and that's fine. And that's what we need. We need to show this year is a makeup year. It's a makeup year for all the years. And that's why these guys came here. That's why Malik Neighbors is so upset. That's why Abdul Carter was like, fuck it, let's go. I'm pushing niggas around. That's what you have to do as a team. Even if it has to take 1 person or 2 people, both sides of the ball. Pause. You know what I mean? Like, but you need that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have a great team one-sided. So we're gonna become a great team on both sides, but it's gonna take some time. And it's not gonna take long. It's gonna take maybe 1 or 2 seasons. I guarantee you, the Giants are gonna be the best team in the NFC East in like 2 years. Like this year's the upcoming years, you know what I mean? Like this is gonna be a problem because I really feel like that, because Eagles is getting old, niggas is retiring, they're winning the Super Bowls, and that's what happens. You win, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like that mentality. That's just corny.
We're gonna see if Dable is as innovative
you know what I mean? Like,
as he's been.
I want to win. I want to win more.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like
he's supposed to be the QB whisperer, right? When he's with Josh Allen, he's one of the biggest reasons why Josh Allen is, progressed the way he did. And then he had Daniel Jones, somebody who he didn't draft, but now he has Russell. He went out and got Russell. They went and got Jackson Dart, which buys him a little bit of time. But we're gonna see how innovative his play calling is. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to these last couple of years. So
we'll
you got your man now. Let's let's do it. Let me ask you this before we close on the Giants, because we spent like 45 minutes on this. If Russell Wilson gets hurt, right? I think Russell's gonna have a good year, but let's say he gets hurt. Do they throw the kid in there, or are we gonna see Jameis in there?
I don't want you to destroy Jackson Dart. I don't want that to happen. That's where the Giants will fuck everything up. If they throw that kid in there and they wreck his confidence or they get him damaged. calm the fuck down. If it all goes to pot, you bring in Jameis. He's competent enough. Jameis may come in there and surprise a lot of people with what he still has left. He's got a rocket arm. He he's got accuracy too. And the problem with him is
for opposing cornerback.
No. Listen to me. Stay with me for a second. It's not the accuracy. It's the decision making.
Yeah.
He's accurate. He just makes bad decisions.
Yeah.
He over believes in his accuracy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he tries to. Yeah,
he decided to not be accurate.
No.
He decided to not be accurate.
He takes risks. He's a risk taker for sure.
He's a risk taker. He's the black Brett Favre.
No doubt.
He's the ultimate player to put his faith in his team.
All right, so
yeah,
I'd say that question. It depends on what the record is when and if Russell Wilson gets hurt. If the Giants are, let's just say 5-5 in that moment, you have to go with Jameis because it's like, yo, we still got a shot here.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
no, we still got it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not making that decision.
I don't bring that kid in
because their record
I have a feeling like they're gonna try that though. I don't know why. I agree with you, Jay. I leave him alone. I do like a Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers, thing where they had to learn behind Brett Favre and Aaron. I would do that type.
And this is where Mara,
the old school way of developing QBs.
This is where Mara has to be a boss and step down and say,
"Don't fuck up my investment.
Don't fuck up my shit." All right, like we didn't just draft this dude at number 1 for you to play this guy. Fucking us.
But what about if they got a losing record? Do you give him some? I think maybe if they got a losing record, like Ross said, you got to give him some experience.
Hell no.
That's what God forbid you break this kid in meaningless football. It makes no sense.
People forget, man. That losing.
They have a losing record and they're not going to the playoffs.
That's what makes you better.
I'll tell you why.
That's what makes you better. Because think about the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers, they didn't win none of those Super Bowls, right? They only won one every probably like 12 years, right? So think about that quarterback that had to sit behind them. You guys all their names. So why would you play some guy immediely knowing that he's potentially, like, statistically he's gonna lose in the most hardest division?
We're not,
you know what I mean? Like,
anywhere. Why hurt him? why run the risk?
Like why am I playing this guy?
You put that kid in bubble tape and you hold on to him and you let him watch and learn and observe.
Well, man, like
next year.
If Russell Wilson gets hurt and that team is below 500,
Russell Wilson is not going to get hurt, man. He's elusive.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? It's a very good possibility he can get hurt, bro. He's not the most sturdy.
But anybody can get hurt, man. Dak.
Hold me back.
What's his name? Fucking Justin Fields just fucking got hurt. He fucking dislocated his toe.
We understand that. But that's why we're posing the question: if he gets hurt, what would you do?
We play Jackson Dart?
No, you don't play him. You don't play.
I don't disagree. I agree.
You don't play the start of your future. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you bring in. That's why you bring in guys like Jameis Winston. Like, you don't bring in guys like this and then draft a quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, that'll be the dumbest shit ever. Like, if Jackson Dart is really that good, then he has to be this the new coming of Jesus Christ, bro. Like, he's like the new god of quarterbacks. Like, that's the only way that you play him. Like, they must see something that nobody ever saw. That's the only way he gets to start this season. I'm being completely honest, bro. Like,
I love your thoughts on that. Like, I agree.
I agree. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Jackson Dart is their insurance card. It buys them another year. You know what I'm saying? So
I say 2, to be honest. If you really think about it, I think you reset the clock on Shane and Dable. You give him 2. You give him 24 months to make something substantial happen before you say, all right, I got to put a plug on you guys.
I think everyone thinks Russell's one and done. I think Russell's gonna have
a good year.
I think you might see him. I think he's exactly. I think he's rejuvenated. I think he wants to be here. I think he wanted to be here last year. It didn't work out and shit. I think Sierra likes the New York vibe and everything. Happy wife, happy life. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's been humbled by that whole, the fucking Denver Sean Payton experience. So I think he's back where he needs to be in terms of his mentality. But we'll see, man. I'm looking forward to that. We'll talk about the Jets and the rest of the league maybe next week. But let's transition, man. I want to get into this this NBA list before we get into the Knicks, man. You gotta get a chance to check out this Bleacher Report list. We're a little late on this, but we ain't been on the air in a hot minute, so I think we got to tap in. This list Bleacher Report came out with the top 100 greatest NBA players of all time. It's a comprehensive top 100. So this is the criteria. Taking into account the totality of each player's NBA career, cumulative and average stats, awards, playoffs, championships, and cultural impact and overall greatness. So that's how they claim that they're rating all these, because at least they give us some criteria, because you could just say whatever the fuck you want. I don't agree with this list. I'm going to reel off the first, what do you want to go, 10 or 20? 10 or 20?
You can go 10. First 10 is fine.
Want to go 10?
Yeah, first 10 is fine.
All right, so we'll go 10.
Are you doing ascending or descending?
No, the first 10.
You're going from 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Obviously, they got. I
don't want to hit 100 to 99.
No. All right, so look, we'll go top 10, right? Michael Jordan's number 1. They got J Boy number 2, LeBron.
Oh,
right?
I know what's coming.
LeBron. They got Cap number 3, Kareem. They have Magic at 4.
Magic. Mm-hmm.
They have Russell at 5. Bill Russell at 5. Shaq at 6. I think that's a little crazy, but we'll get into that. Tim Duncan at 7.
Yeah.
Bird 8.
Mm-hmm.
Wilt 9, and rounding off the top 10 is
Steph.
Yeah, who single-handedly is the reason for light skin coming back in. You know what I'm saying? He's the Albie Shore of the NBA.
Yeah, Shore.
Steph Curry.
Yep.
And then they got, but I gotta go top 11 because they got Kobe at 11.
And I knew you were gonna say that.
I got a serious problem with that, but I'm gonna go take it into the criteria. You want me to read off the criteria again, or y'all got it?
I have the criteria.
Jay, we'll start with you.
This is
you have a problem with this list?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a major problem with this list.
I got a problem with the top 10.
Jay like he wanted to fight. He's like,
not a major problem. I could see why they could say Steph Curry at 10, but I feel like Kobe realistically probably
I can't. So why can you?
Probably.
All right. So then I have a problem with that statement. So then
Q is just running niggas over like he's in practice and shit.
Why do you say you can see like Curry at 10?
Well, I'll tell you why, right? Because if I move Kobe up, somebody's got to come out of the top 10. I would leave Steph Curry in there, but I'm not. But here's my question: I'm not taking Steph Curry over Wilt. I'm not taking Steph Curry over Larry. I'm not taking Steph Curry over Tim Duncan, Shaq, Bill Russell, Magic, Kareem, LeBron, or Michael. So when I move Kobe from 11 to 10. Somebody has to. I mean, I'm not moving him from 11 to 10 either. I'm moving him way up. But if I move Kobe from the 11th, from the 11th ranked player into the top 10, someone has to come out. And the unfortunate part is Steph Curry does not meet the criteria in my mind to surpass or supplant any of the other 9 that are in there with him now. So when I bring in Kobe, you bugging. When I bring in Kobe, I don't think that I can do that. I'm putting Kobe a lot higher than y'all think I'm going to put him, and I was never a Kobe fan.
Is this because it's posthumous? Is that why?
No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say that dead rappers get better with fucking publicity. Yeah. Like I'm not in that moment. But I'm gonna move Kobe just based off of now that the hate in my heart for him being the second coming to Michael has dissipated, because I that was really my only beef with the kid, was that everybody was crowning him Mike, and he was doing everything like Mike, the way he spoke and all the other things. But at some point, you have to say to yourself, that shit's Mike. Like, this shit looks just like him. Like, his mama mentality, all those things were real things. This is not like a person. Like, this was not some shit where he was faking. It's, he wasn't faking. So I'm moving Kobe up into the top 10. I'll probably put him right, literally, to be honest, I'd probably put him at number 6, right before Shaq. And I'd just move everybody down. And I'd probably replace Tim Duncan and Shaq. I'd probably flip them. Because I think Tim Duncan belongs
based on what?
Shaq.
Based on what? That's a good. I'm interested why though. They both have the same amount of champions. No, Tim Duncan has one more than Shaq, right?
Tim Duncan has one more, first of all, and the second.
But Shaq,
Shaq bounced around a little bit. Tim Duncan did it with one franchise.
We need an offensive line for Q today. We gotta get an offensive line for Q.
Tim Duncan did it. Tim Duncan did it with fundamentals. Tim Duncan made his team better. I think overall with the way he played the game of basketball, it was boring basketball. But at the end of the day, they were very dominant during his reign. Yeah. I just think that Tim Duncan, to me, based on criteria that you just read off, belongs ahead of Shaq, and then I'd move Kobe ahead of Tim Duncan, and I'd move everything down, and Steph Curry would fall in at 11.
Okay, I got you on that. All right, Ra, I know you chomping at the bit. What's up?
Yeah, you see him. He's like, yo.
Yeah.
I've been saying, like, listen, I understand why Shaq and Tim Duncan will be in that top 10, but Kobe's got to be in that top 10. And if I'm going to move one player out of there, it would probably be either in the likes or move them further back in that pack. It will be in the likes of Tim Duncan and Shaq, just based off the fact that Kobe has to be in there. As dope as Shaq is, those chips that he got that were impactful because of the guard that played with him, whether it be D-Wade or whether it be Kobe, right? So Kobe, in essence, created is a part of what Shaq was able to do, as dominant as Shaq was, right? And it is, it's kind of disrespectful. Like it's Shaq. Shaq is the one person. If you move Shaq out of that lineup and put Kobe anywhere in the rest of that, I'm cool with the rest of that list. By all means, honorable.
So you put Kobe at 6?
I put Kobe somewhere. He's got to be in that top 10.
I agree.
Like,
Where would you put him?
Why is Kobe? What did they have him? They had him 11.
11, yeah.
They had him as 11 as opposed to who? You know what I'm saying?
As opposed to
like you said, they even had Larry Bird in it. First of all, Magic isn't in this top 5.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's 4.
Yeah, he's 4.
He's 4, bro.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, Shaq, I would move to 11.
Would you put?
You know why? Because it was remember that was still another 3-headed monster. Pause. Because they had Phil Jackson, they had Shaq, they had Kobe, they had the triangle. But again, the game went as how they needed Kobe for that to win. That wasn't happening without Kobe. Those chips don't happen without Kobe. Shaq is a very important portion of that, but yeah, Kobe was the engine on those Shaquille O'Neal teams, more or less. I'm not gonna say the engine all the way, but he was needed.
I'm gonna go. I got a problem with the top 5. I'll be honest with you, and I got a problem with Kobe as well. But I'm gonna flip Kareem and LeBron. Pause. I'm gonna flip them because yeah, and I started watching basketball at like 87, 86, 87. Kareem was kind of on his way out. The Lakers still was good, but it wasn't. Magic was the dude and shit, Worthy and Byron and all them dudes. But Kareem been doing this thing since high school, like dominating. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, we all heard what Jeff Teague said allegedly, so we'll leave it at that.
No, I didn't hear that. Tell me about that. Hold on. What happened?
You hear about that?
Yeah, he said. Jeff Teague on his podcast said LeBron on that shit allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah, my bad. I thought it was something new.
No, not the Paul, not the KG shit. Teague just came out with this shit. Like, a couple of days ago, about a week ago, I'd say, right, Rob? Right.
It was last week.
It was about 8 or 9 days ago.
Yeah. He just said, LeBron on that shit. So they're gonna try to bury that shit because it's gonna kill the league, but that shit eventually is gonna come out. All right, but look, I'm gonna say Mike. I'm gonna say Kareem. I go LeBron. I'm okay with Magic at 4. I'm gonna put Steph Curry at 11 and flip that. I'm gonna put Kobe at. I'm gonna put Kobe at 8 because I think he was better than Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? I think Kobe was better than Larry Bird. Y'all don't think I think Bird was better than? He has more championships.
I moved him ahead of Larry anyway. I'm just saying, like, I moved Kobe up.
Now I understand culturally, it's cultural impact is one of them. If we're factoring that in, you might have to put Steph in there somewhere because Steph changed the game. I feel like Mike changed the game. Mike took the game into the air, right? Steph took the game back, back behind the 3-point line, innovated that whole shit. you know, and Shaquille was the most dominant. So I think you have to have those guys if we're talking cultural impact. And to go along with that cultural impact, they also have the ring. Steph has what, 4, Shaq has 4, and Mike has 6, right? And then, you know, and then also, and don't get me wrong, Magic has changed the game. So those 4 guys have changed. You didn't see a 6'9" point guard before Magic. So those 4 guys have changed the game. All the other guys, to me is you know, subjective. You know what I mean?
I think Tim Duncan actually, you got to give Tim Duncan some of that too, because like what big man you know that was really like stepping out and hitting backboard shots like that fundamental style of play.
Yeah.
I think was
Tim Duncan, in my opinion, is the best power forward ever.
Power forward ever, bro. Like it was something that can be said about the way he altered.
I don't care what anybody says.
He played the power forward.
He's better than Karl Malone. He's better.
He played the power forward position without power.
No doubt.
Well, finesse.
They got Hakeem at 12. You can make a case for Hakeem being in the top 10.
I agree with you.
All right, so can I give my take now?
Go ahead.
I'm upset because you know why? Because you know why? Because like
there you go. He's got 5-yard penalty for offsides. That's how we're ready.
Yo, because you know why, man? Like, yo, fucking people who write these fucking, yo, I'm sorry, whoever wrote this shit. What's his name?
Let it.
Robert,
we all
whatever,
agree Michael Jordan is 1 though, right? For sure.
Yeah. No.
Rob thinks that LeBron should be number 1, but that's what.
Don't you ever do that. Don't you ever.
I thought you said LeBron is number 1.
You never heard me say that in your life.
Yo, what's crazy? Like, yo,
Lebalco allegedly.
And as Cash rounded off, Cash rounded off everything that they put into the parameters. You know what they didn't put in? Pause.
What?
Error. Style of play.
Okay.
Like you can't rate somebody. Yo, that's like rating the best illest rappers from fucking 78 to 2025. Yeah. You can't do that. You cannot rate yo, shit changes. It happens. It's called life. You know, and for them to do this, because like seeing like when I saw Kobe at 11, I saw Kobe at 11 and Steph Curry was at 10. I was like, yo, this is wow. You know what I mean? But like I'm scrolling through the list and I'm like, yo,
was Kobe a passenger though for 3 of those? For those, you know, just play devil's advocate for a second. I did some Q shit. I'm fucking. I'm on some running over.
Yeah, let's go.
But
yo, come on.
Is he? You could say, yo, Kobe was a passenger for 3 of them titles, and then one of them which one? It was either against Orlando. I think it was against Boston. The one he won. He like game 7. He played like super bad. He had like almost like a John Starks type of performance. I don't know if you remember. Is he the passenger? You know what I mean? Like you give him credit you give Shaq credit for at least 3 of those, right? I don't know.
Everybody needs
to play devil's advocate.
So this is how I rebut you. This is how this is my rebuttal. Why is Oscar Robertson higher in the chains than Russell Westbrook? Why? Because champions?
Yeah. Well, I mean, something has to be said about champions.
Why? Because he exceeded in all categories that they said. That damn near, if I'm not mistaken, like everything that Cash read off, Russell Westbrook has exceeded every one of them except one, and exceeded them by like phenomenally, bro. Like nobody has averaged a triple double more than Oscar Robertson.
He don't got.
But Russell Westbrook is on 50 something, right? He's like 54. If I'm not mistaken.
What do you mean?
Oscar Robertson is like 14. I'm just saying, like, yeah, on the list. You know what I mean? Like, this is how.
Robertson got chips.
He's got 1.
He got one.
How many is Westbrook have?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So this is what I'm saying. You just proved my point. Thank you.
Okay.
You just proved my point. Like, yo, it's called. Me and Cash always say this shit. It's the eye test, man. Like, yo, you can't, it's the eye and the ear test because you gotta hear music. This is why young niggas don't like listening to real hip hop. This is why young niggas don't watching old fucking basketball. You know what I mean? Like this is what happens. We have to understand it. I understand it. I'm cool with it. But this list is bullshit. This is why that top 100 complex that they put out, that's cool. Just do that. You know what I mean? Like, certain people gonna get in their feelings. That's cool for y'all. But this shit, this is disrespectful. It's disrespectful. How you gonna put niggas in a top 100 that are still fucking playing ball? They don't even know what they fucking had to do yet. What if his last 5 years suck? What if you don't do shit?
They got D Wade
at like fucking 48,
at 23,
23. Yo, D Wade, well, yo, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
They got D Wade over Barkley. Y'all agree with that?
Over Charles Barkley?
Yeah,
I do.
They got D Wade at 23. They got Barkley 25.
That makes sense.
I agree with that.
No.
They got Kevin Garnett way ahead of D Wade. Like, I don't like. There's a lot of shit I'm not.
Yo, this is like, this is crazy, bro. Like, this is because like whoever made this list created this shit to make us argue together.
KG,
like
KG is the big ticket. KG come fire, son. KG has a very story.
No, KG's ill.
You think he deserves to be there over Wade?
Over Wade?
Over Wade? No. No, actually, yes, I do.
Yeah, I do.
Actually, I do.
Why?
I think it was more. I think he's.
They got Chris Paul over Jason Kidd. They got J Kidd at 33.
Yo, Chris Paul.
I don't
like,
agree with that
50?
at all.
Chris Paul's like 50, right?
Chris Paul is 30. Jason Kidd is 33. Now we're talking back to the Oscar Robinson shit, right? Jason Kidd got a chip. Chris Paul don't. So what is it now? Is the stats? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you read off everything that they categorized, how they base their opinion on.
But those, I'm not gonna trip over those. It's more like the top 10.
Man, like they forget they forget to categorize the most important factor, the error. You know
Steve
what I mean?
Nash over AI 30. What do you think about that?
Yo, AI is way better than Steve Nash. Come on, man. We talking about like, we talking about like.
Stay with the top 20. I think we're
all right, stay in the top 20. All right, cool.
In the top 20, like because if
there's
we
a
go
lot. We could be here all day. We could be here all day.
They'll be all day. But and this is what I'm saying, because what they took into factor was a lot of somebody sat there and just wanted to create an article who fucking want to make people argue. You know what I mean? Like,
Joker at 17.
I don't like Kevin Durant.
Why is Joker at 17?
You might be able to move the Joker a little up more. Pause, like into.
Be honest, I agree with that.
Yo, Jokic got to go in the fucking 40s, man. Like, yo.
No, well, I think he got to go in the top. Maybe they got Kevin Durant over Joker. I don't know about that, man.
Because you know what we're talking about? We're talking about
I don't know
what
about
we've
that.
seen, bro. Like, I've never seen Magic. I never seen Larry Bird. I never seen.
You didn't get to see Magic. That's right. That's crazy.
I didn't see any of those guys play.
But Q, think about it, right? Regardless of
Magic
the fact that you didn't see him, the mother still existed, doggy.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying.
You know what's crazy? I know about it. He's a fucking 6'9" point guard. That shit's unfair.
So we gotta be fair.
That shit
right?
is unfair. Like
Magic, 5
he's
championships, 3 MVPs, 3 Finals MVPs,
like
12 All-Star games, 4-time assist champion.
Yo, because the
2-time steal champion. Wow,
the league was trash.
No, it wasn't. No, don't do that. Not at that. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
League was not great.
Why you say that? You can't just say shit. You gotta back that up.
Yo,
why
because
you say that?
all right, so who was playing them? Who the Bullets? Who? The
Pistons? The Pistons was trash. Fucking the Supersonics. Fucking the Bulls. What are you talking about?
They had nobody. This is how I'm gonna win right now. They had because no other team.
Dr. J and them and Moses Malone and them on the scene.
Because no other team had a 6'9" point guard.
Yes, that's why we said he's in him.
Team has a 6'9" point guard now.
You wildin', man. You wildin', son. You said the league was trash when Magic was running it? Nah, hell no.
Name one 6'9" point guard in the league right now. A 6'9" point guard in the league right this minute. 6'9".
Yeah. No, yeah, of course not. You're not going to name one.
The closest one would be who? Who would be the closest one?
LeBron James.
Probably LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron.
He's not a point guard, right? LeBron James.
But he plays point.
He plays everything.
That's time out. Where he plays and what his position is have nothing to do with one another. They're not commensurate. So think about it like this: the guy's a small forward, and he can play point guard. Magic Johnson was a point guard. That was his position.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is not a fuck. Yo, stop playing. Stop the fucking show.
He
What are we doing?
technically is, but
He's a guard.
he's trash.
He's a guard.
He's a
I'm not
guard.
Yeah,
He's not a point guard.
You're not helping my argument, man.
You can't say Ben Simmons and Magic. You can't-
Yo, Ron, I
that's
need your help,
sacrilegious.
man, right now,
Man.
Ron. Yo, they fucking, they're saying that
the tallest
I'm
point
wrong.
guard
This
in
is
the league?
crazy. You know what I mean? Like, yo, they're saying I'm wrong. That
He
like,
said the league. Yo, right? He said the league was trash when Magic was in there. I can't see that. No.
I don't think it was super trash, but it's not compared. You can't compare.
So
it.
was the league
Like,
trash when Mike was in it? Because it was only a couple years later.
but you can't compare.
When you say that,
You can't
dangerous-
compare. You can't compare. This is what I'm saying. This is why this whole list
I'll
is
force you to say
fucking
that.
trash. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't compare something. Like, yo, all right.
When you say those type of things,
I got. All right, let Rod talk. Let Rod talk. Yeah.
when you say those type of things, I caution you to watch because that literally brings into they said like, okay, what was he doing playing against garbage men? The league was the league based on what the league was. The league is going to evolve. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying Mike only got those chips or he was be able to come to Michael Jordan was because these niggas was garbage men on their days off. And he was playing a bunch against old niggas and they couldn't keep up with him. And that's cat.
Who, Michael Jordan?
No, I said Michael Jordan was revolutionary. I'm just saying, but if you say that if you're saying Magic Johnson played in the league was trash when Magic played, you're pretty much saying that about Mike too. You're basically saying that Mike came and beat up on a bunch of niggas that was in the trash league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That gave
I disagree with
Mike
you. Yo, they played like 8 years in disparity, right? Because like Jordan got drafted in '84. When did Mike get drafted in like 70?
Magic got 78, I think, right?
Oh,
Was Magic
78?
78?
Come on, man.
I
That's only
79,
6 years. It's only 6 years.
But
It
they
took-
intersected, just same way Kobe intersected with Jordan. Kobe intersected with LeBron. Like
no,
the eras intersected.
Kobe didn't really intersect with Jordan, to be honest. Like Jordan
Yes, he
was
did.
doing Jordan.
They did too.
Look at my
They
Absolutely.
played in the league together.
No. But I'm saying like he didn't
All-Star
make
games together.
he didn't make that. You know what I mean? He didn't really have like you didn't really see that disparity. You know what I mean? Like you didn't really see that new coming. Like you know what I mean? Like when LeBron.
All right.
was-
So you got a problem with him. You got a problem with what? With Magic at 4? So where would you put Magic? Okay. So you got to take someone out the top 10. You got to if you're taking him out, you got to put somebody in there. That's how.
Yeah, I don't even know why LeBron's in there, bro. Like to be honest, man. Like
Nigga wild now, son.
yo, bro. Like let's keep it a buck, man. Like yo, because you know what it is?
Nah,
Because like
you
yo,
you
why?
can't get ready to get cooked in the comments. I promise you.
I don't give a fuck because you know why? All these young niggas, you gotta understand. You gotta watch the sport. Like if you're not there to live it and watch it,
So where would you? So all right, hold on. You can't just say something and not back it up. So LeBron and Magic, which sounds crazy. You taking them out the top 10. Who are you replacing them with?
No, I'll keep Magic. I've seen a lot of Magic games, and I replay a lot of Magic games. So I watched.
So who are you putting in the top 10? You taking those two out?
No, I'm not taking out. I'm keeping them in the top 10. I'm just replacing the numbers. You know what I mean? Like, because Kobe should be there.
Oh, you're switching the numbers
Like,
around?
yeah, you know what I mean? I'm switching numbers around. Like Steph shouldn't be 11. Like John Stockton is like
Steph isn't 11, he's 10. But where would you put? You put Steph higher than 10? Where would you put?
No.
Would you put Steph at 4?
No, Steph needs to be like, no. Kobe needs to be like, we talking about all the time. Kobe needs to be like 5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like they always judge the centers a little bit like harshly. You know what I mean? That's why Shaq and
What are you
Elijah
talking about? Shaq and Bill Russell are 5 and 6. Kareem is 3.
Yeah.
What do you mean? They're giving them mad props. Wilt is 9. You
No,
got how
that's
many?
true.
You got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but then you get Bill
four
Russell,
centers in
like-
the top 10. Just 40% of the top 10,
Bill
bro.
Russell, man. Yeah, Bill Russell. Bill Russell was the illest dude at that time.
I think, and this is going to sound sacrilegious and no disrespect, if you want to make a case for the league being trash at any point, you could make a case for the league not being, I don't want to say trash, but not being as great. Because they only had like, 8 teams or some shit like that? 7, whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it was.
Back with Bill Russell,
yeah.
if you want to go back then,
Yeah,
you
they
wanna
have to
those
make that case.
conversations.
I don't know if
You
you
know,
can
like,
make
yo,
that
if I'm
case.
gonna get yelled at, I apologize, guys.
You're
You know what I mean?
gonna
Like,
get cooked.
fuck
You're
it.
getting smoked, and that's a
I
fact.
don't give a shit, please.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the energy.
Nigga was sick, please.
I love it. That shit makes me wake up
I
to
could
go
put
to
Kobe.
work.
I could put Kobe in the top 5. You know, the problem is I have problems separating, you know, people I've seen in real time from people in the past. Now I can go back and look at Bill Russell and everything, but there's nothing like watching it while it's happening. You know
This is
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
That's
The
where the
error,
error
like
discrepancy comes along.
they fucked
But
this whole list up. They
we were
fucked it
blessed.
up.
All of us on this panel were blessed to be able to see Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe.
I ain't seen Mike.
Basically, we saw this
I
whole
saw
time.
Mike a little bit.
Okay, so the rest of us were able to see. So we were able to make that comparison.
Okay. For the
Right, but
rest
we
of
were
us,
able to make that. We were able to make that comparison because we've seen all of them play.
Yeah, it's true.
So, you know, I stick with, I say LeBron, and we're going to wrap it up. Mike, I go Mike, Kareem, LeBron, Magic. I'm going to go Kobe. I'm going to put Kobe at 5. I'll go Shaq at 6, Tim Duncan at 7. I'm going to put Steph in the top 10, man. I'm going to replace
I'm not doing that.
I'm going to
I'm not
replace
putting-
Wilt. I think Steph was had a bigger impact on the league than Wilt did. You know what I mean? I know he scored the 100 and all that. But Steph, let's. I might have been like not giving Steph his props, man. He changed the whole game. You got little kids right now, and everyone always uses his reference. Little kids right now that just run through the. He changed the whole game. He changed the whole entire. I never seen no shit like this. He actually fucked the game up to me. You know what I'm saying?
He made it unfun.
But all right. Anyone want to close out? We're gonna go one more topic. We're gonna breeze through this Knicks shit because it's quick. Anyone want to close out?
It's fucking Curry made that shit unfun.
Let's get into the Knicks, man. Let's get into the Knicks.
Yeah, my bad, guys. Yo, welcome
good,
back, yo. Welcome back.
What's up, yo? My bad, guys. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. He just started the show in his mind. He blacked out.
Hey, you know what, yo, fuck you, Cash.
He started just showing his mind.
Nah, I'm only
Yeah,
fucking with you.
I love
Yo.
Cash, man. Yo,
All
Cash
right,
is
we ain't
my
been on the
guy.
air for a minute. We didn't really get a chance to talk about these Knicks moves, right? We were all sitting in limbo. There were some people who were surprised about Tibbs being fired. Other people called for it. You know what I'm saying? But they wound up doing it. We was in limbo for a couple of weeks. They wound up hiring Mike Brown. People were thinking they're going to get Johnny Bryant. They were going after coaches that that were under contract, and Jason Kidd and Ime Udoka and guys like that, and they were denied permission. They wind up with Mike Brown, right? First of all, before we get to Jordan Clarkson and what's the other kid they got from the Sixers?
Yabusele.
Yabusele. We get to Yabusele. Mike Brown comes in, right? And the thing that's interesting about Mike Brown, right? Some people hated it, some people love it. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm not mad at it. I think Mike Brown is a good coach of the year. I think he's a good offensive mind. I think he started out his career as a defensive guy, and I think he's adapted to an offensive guy. So I think he's going to revamp that offense because that offense was super, antiquated, I would say.
Yeah.
That was a 90s style of offense in a 2025 type of league. We'll get to see how he's going to fill out his bench. There's a lot of different layers to this, but I think Mike Brown is a good hire. What I found interesting is, and I'm gonna pass it right off. I found interesting that when they had the meeting with Mike Brown, they sat down with him and they said, "We want to make sure you understand that this is going to be a collaborative effort between the front office and the coaching staff." That tells me that Thibodeau was a little resistant or a little belligerent and didn't really want to work or coincide with the front office. You know what I'm saying? That was one thing. We all knew it, but when that came out, you said, okay, that makes sense. Another thing is they said, if we're going to give you this coaching job, we want to see player development. That's another one of our biggest gripes. Go back to the show as long as you want. We've been talking about why is the bench not playing? Why are they not developing guys? All the way back to Obi Toppin in the Thibodeau era. You know what I'm saying? So we want to see what Tyler Kolek has. We want to see what Bacone Dadier has. We want to see what Hug Porty has. You know what I mean? We want to see what these guys are bringing. So Mike Brown agreed to that, and I thought that was interesting because everything looked all great. Hunky-dory, he made the conference finals. He brought the Knicks back. But there were very key things that he was not doing, and that was ultimately his downfall. Mike Brown, before we get into, Jordan Clarkson and Yabusele, these guys, we didn't get a chance to talk about Mike Brown. We went off there. What do you think?
I think, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
I think that, hey, hold on. Yo. I think Mike Brown, I think Mike Brown is a good decision. I mean, he's got the he's got the he's got the resume for it. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got my attention based off of how he's moving in general. So, you know, I'm not uncomfortable with Mike Brown at all. At all. I'm not uncomfortable with Mike Brown. I think that, you know, with the player development and everything that you're going to consider that Tibbs wasn't doing, you're going to see a deeper Knicks bench. You're going to see more than just a 6-man rotation, so to speak, or a 7-man rotation. You're going to see, Jaylen Brown is not going to get run into the ground. Maybe we could preserve. The Knicks aren't going to look as winded at the end of their season as they have been looking.
Yeah.
You're muted.
You muted out. Let me see.
I know that's because y'all got fans. I'm trying to keep the fans silence in the background.
You got fans? I don't got no fans. Damn shit.
Now, but
where my fans at? I ain't got no fans.
The Knicks for the last 2 years, what we've seen is a team that has all the right talent and a stubborn coach. Which again, I still feel like the Tibbs firing, whether we're now out of the mourning phase of it and we're just kind of like, okay, fine. But you had a team that those 6-7 players they were going to go through walls for that man. And they did. You know what I'm saying? I think you get to see, and because of it, we've got to see the Knicks actually breaking down as the season goes along. Even when they're getting better and they're doing doper shit, it's just you can see the attrition, you can see the wear and tear on the team as we get to that stretch, which means, okay, we beat Boston. Now we got to go through a tough Pacers team. Let's just say we made it through that tough Pacers team. Now we got to do this shit again against these fresh leg teams, these teams that are going 10. They're playing 10 people at any given time. Like they foul trouble, no problem. We're gonna bring this guy in, and the Knicks are sitting there like, yo, foul trouble. Now we got to bring in people like, what's the kid's name with the dreadlocks or the DeLon Wright? Like I'm like, fuck is DeLon Wright? I never heard of this guy at all. Shamit, I forgot we even had Shamit until they had to play Shamit. You know what I'm saying? So I think you'll see more of that, not just at the end of the season. You're going to see more of what the Knicks actually have as a fully, like, I think Mike Brown's going to bring out all the gats. He's going to use all the tools that he has in the Knicks to say, all right, cool. You may see, a third quarter where, I could rest Jaylen for the whole third quarter because I'm going to let this guy rock. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll let Jaylen play the whole fourth quarter versus the Jaylen plays for the first quarter and then he plays 7 minutes into the second, and then we don't see him again until the end of the third, and then he plays all of the fourth. You may not have to see him in that fashion anymore. You might get to see some of those other lineup opportunities that the Knicks had, especially when you're bringing in a kid like a Jordan Clarkson. Like you're going to see different looks that the Knicks can do. Like, and I think Mike Brown is a guy to kind of like say, all right, fuck that. This is what we're going to do.
Jay, what do you think?
Listen, I completely agree. Originally, I was rigid to the decision as far as the head coach was concerned because I wanted Mike Malone. I'll be the first one to tell you. I've spoke about it publicly. I wanted Mike Malone. I felt like he was the right fit for this franchise. But having the revisionist vision of being able to look back and say, I think the Knicks got it right here. I'm not mad with that selection as far as Mike Brown. Everything that Rod just alluded to, I think, was great. Some of the other moves that they made, picking up Jordan Clarkson, I think was a fantastic pickup. We didn't spend a grip to get him. We picked up Yabusele. Yeah, he can hoop. We picked up Yabusele for the mid-level exception, the taxpayer mid-level exception for only $12 million. And you saw that kid played fantastic in the Olympics for France. Then he came over and he busted LeBron's ass a little bit for a second, and I love to see that. And then he came over and he played phenomenally for Philly in the absence of Joel Embiid. So I think that was a steal that we were able to pick him up for 2 years for only 11 and a half, right? So that's great. Where I start to get a little concerned is now we're starting to look at players like Markelle Fultz and and Ben Simmons. These are both rejects from Philly originally, if you think about it, right? Markelle Fultz, the number 1 overall pick. He had a degenerative shoulder. Then he ended up in Orlando.
Yeah.
No, he played in Washington. He played for Washington. Markelle Fultz.
Originally,
he was in Washington. And he was
wasn't he in second?
No, I'm saying when he went college-wise.
Okay.
College,
Gotcha.
In college, he played for Washington, and then he was the number 1 pick to Philly, and he had the degenerative shoulder, and he had to fix his jump shot and all that shit. He sat out for a whole year. And then you have Ben Simmons, who also has a litany of injuries and mental issues where he's unable to play or refuses to play. The fact that those are our 2 top targets are concerning to me, because then you start to look at, are we becoming the old Knicks again? Will we just pick up scrap? Now, if we pick up Ben Simmons, I'd probably prefer that over Markelle Fultz, because we can get the guy for pennies. He won't hurt us financially. So I just don't know that he's not going to have a spotlight on him. I just think that overall, it's just a bad sign. Like, I just don't like picking up shit.
I would probably go with him too, because I know, and I hate to say upside. His upside is incredible defensively. The length, pause. You know what I mean?
I'll take that over Markelle Fultz, but I don't want him either. Like, I'm gonna be clear. Be clear that I don't want him either. I would have liked to see them make a run at Russell Westbrook. To be honest, I think that might have been a better.
He already resigned.
Well, I know now, but back then he was available, right? Q, and I'm thinking to myself, why not make a run at that guy? That's not a bad decision at all. You pick up a guy who absolutely galvanizes the locker room. He's got a lot of juice. He still can play the game of basketball at a high level. He fit in perfectly with Denver. What he was able to do there over the past, the end of the season. I just feel like he would have fit perfectly in New York. Just his personality type and everything.
And he's a dog, and he could create his own shot. That's something we had. Even though we got Jordan Clarkson,
and he's a good defender.
And he's a good defender. He just can't shoot, but we don't necessarily need him to shoot.
We don't need him to shoot.
Yeah.
We don't need him to shoot. But with that being said, I think that everything we've done so far leads us to believe that we have a pretty significant roster, and we have a path to the NBA Finals. We had a path last year, but now I think we've gotten better. The other teams, and again, it takes luck, right? The other teams, unfortunately, have gotten weaker. We have 3 guys that are no more. Unfortunately, they're all number zeros. But they were significant pieces of their particular franchise. Dame in Milwaukee, Jason Tatum in Boston, and what do you call it in Indiana? Halle Berry in Indiana.
Dame
is back in Portland now, but I'm just saying that's crazy. Milwaukee lost him, so that weakens that team.
Even though they got a homie from Miles, what they get from the Pacers?
Miles Turner.
Yeah. I don't know that he makes them better.
I don't either.
Who's their point guard play? Like they lost. What do you call it? They lost Robin Lopez. You know what I'm saying? So do they does Miles Turner come in and make them better? I don't know. Yeah. If you look at Miles Turner's numbers and Robin Lopez's numbers, they're pretty fucking identical, which I didn't realize until I had to take a real look at it.
That was something to try to appease Giannis real fast, just to say we did something. Look, we did something.
Last ditch effort.
Yeah. No, I agree. Q took off, so I guess I'm gonna get my take. But no, I like the move a lot. I love the Jordan Clarkson move. I wanted Jordan Clarkson 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy. One of our biggest things, and we always talk about this, is we had nobody who could really come off the bench, and it felt like really on the whole team that could really create their own shot off the dribble, other than Brunson. You feel what I'm saying? So Jordan Clarkson, former 6 man, I know he was hurt last year. I like that a lot. He could get buckets for you. He goes to he could shoot and get buckets. He has some size pause. So I love that move. I think he's going to be great off the bench. You could swap him out with Josh Hart. You know what I mean? Very easily. He can galvanize that second unit. The Yabusele, all the points you made, Jay. I love that as well. I think he's an upgrade from Precious. I think we're gonna get to see finally what Tyler Kolek is. I think we're finally gonna get to see what Cone Daddy is. I don't love him, but we'll see. God bless you. And the other thing is, we'll see. We might pick up another guy, but in terms of Mike Brown, I think Mike Brown is a really good hire. I think he's gonna work well with them. I think all Knicks in 26 is the new motto. I think the whole East is wide open. The only thing that I'm unsure of is you're hearing about Brunson being taken off the ball. Pause. You know what I'm saying? A lot more. And I kind of like that. But I think you got to be delicate with that as well, because, a lot of times we saw Brunson coming down and, he dribbles 22 seconds and then he does some amazing shot and he gets it in, or they send a double team at him in the corner. And You know, and Brunson, obviously we all know what Brunson is. Brunson's the fucking man, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely would like to see him off, slow heartbeat, clutch, the whole nine. I would like to see him off pause, off the ball a little bit more. I think that's a good idea. But how much off the ball? So I'm curious to see how that whole thing works. Q, you're back. What do you think about the Knicks?
I think pause. I think this is wide open. This shit looking like a division that the Knicks have. I don't even understand if the organization understands the type of opportunity that they have, and and take accountability for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now it's just, unfortunately, two of the best players in the East. We were just talking about the top 100. Not one of those players got hurt. You know what I mean? Like when the shit meant something. You know what I mean? And now it means something, at least to us. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a New York Knicks thing. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be that type of fan because I see other players' potential, but
yes, you do. You do want to be that type of fan. You do.
Yeah, and I will be. But right now, I don't really think there's any other team out there. Like them losing, the Pacers losing Miles Turner. Like it's just so many unfortunate things. So many. It's crazy. It's like, yo, do you even want to win this championship? Like, yo, if the Knicks win the championship this upcoming year, like it almost feels like to me, like a bubble situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I know we've needed this for so long. I won't even count it as a bubble. There's gonna be fans in the stadium. There's gonna be people there rooting for people. There's gonna be people there saying, yo, we should treat your body better. There's gonna be people saying, yo, why is my star player hurt? You didn't do this? Oh, you didn't do the saunas? Like, yo, like, and that's how I feel like. I feel like this team is gonna be the best team in the East, man. Like, without a doubt. I feel like all the moves that they made, signing Jordan Clarkson, that's crazy. 16 points off the bench, that's unheard of. That's Jamal Crawford to us, and back in 2007. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you want to get it back, you know what I mean? Like, that's who got us. You know what I mean? To where we needed that was the extra help that Melo needed.
Yeah, facts, absolutely. Melo
and Yabusele, to be honest, I really don't know about too much about him, but I saw his gameplay, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Let's go next, man. We'll get into that. Well, I watch a little bit of summer league. I don't put too much stock into summer league. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's guys trying to. Summer league is basically the G League. Guys trying to make spots on teams and shit like that.
And they're playing against each other. They're not playing against top tier talent. So, what am I really paying attention to there?
You get to see a little bit what they could look like, but it's nothing like
Yo. All right, so yo, Jay and Cash, let me know how you feel about Kolek.
Mm-hmm.
Kolek, how you feel about Kolek?
Tyler Kolek?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, he's here. I think that he's a good little player. I don't view him as any. I don't think he moves the needle or anything like that. Like, he's here. He's relegated to the bench at this point. We'll see if he can give us some juice during the season. I think that he absolutely, he can shoot the basketball. He can pass the basketball. I don't think he's a very good defensive player.
Do you think he's a better on court player than McBride?
No.
I think he's better. I think he's better than Cam Payne.
I don't know about that either. Like, I haven't seen enough of him for me to start saying that he's better than seasoned or weathered veterans. I don't have that. I don't have that tape on him.
He's been cooking in the summer league. I mean, cooking.
Again, he's playing against a pair of his contemporaries. He's not playing against. He's not playing against. He's not playing against top tier talent. He's playing against college kids that just came out, and he's playing against other 1-year players. So if you want to gauge his talent against that, that's fine. But what are we really seeing? He's not playing against the elite talent in the league that he's got to play against for 82 games and then go into the playoffs with. So I can't really sit here and tell you. I think what he's doing in the summer league is making me say Tyler Colbert. Fucking Kevin Knox was the fucking MVP of the summer league.
Was Lonzo the ball kid. What's the ball? Lonzo Ball. Yeah, yep.
Right. These guys were MVPs in the summer league, and at the end of the day, they didn't move the Kevin Knox. I don't even know where Kevin Knox is playing right now. He plays for like the Canadian Sound Storm, some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck.
I think he's like.
But no, he's in Denver. He heads the massage therapy group. Like the guy's not even playing basketball anymore.
Yeah. That's a fact. So you can't put too much stock into that. I do think Cole can be good. We'll see. We'll see how they develop. And that brings us back to the whole Mike Brown agreement.
How he handles it. Yeah, So with that being said, Joe, listen, man.
Wait, last point, because you gotta have player development now because there's no more super teams. Them days is gone. The way they set that collective bargaining shit up, it's a wrap. So you better develop your players, or you're gonna have some fucking problems. You know
the aprons have killed that super team shit. Thank God.
Yeah, with the aprons and all that.
He said, "Thank God."
Yeah,
but to a certain point, though, there's still certain money you can move around to still build it.
Not a super team.
It's very difficult.
It's super difficult because you can't have multiple maxes. That's the problem. Yeah, and that's what the apron did. Yeah. You can't have multiple super maxes. Like you can't put 3 fucking super maxes on one squad. It's impossible nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So we won't see that again.
You're gonna have to develop your guys, and that's why
which creates good parity. It creates great parity in the league. I don't want to see.
What's going on? I talked to my guy Rob. Man. What's going on? You're fucking eating chips and shit. You bored?
Somebody bought me a nugget. Your fans, they just bought me a chicken nuggets.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another fantastic episode. We're gonna take us out with a shot.
Facts.
Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We put one more in the air. Out? Yeah, I'm gonna do one more with y'all.
I'm gonna see if I can find that bottle. I'm gonna see if I can find that bottle.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't got J money, so I'm gonna drink my little 1800. Let me be humble and drink my little 1800.
I definitely have J money
because you went on fucking 9 vacations this year, bro.
Yo, bro.
I spent all my liquor money up.
Liquor money in the air.
Yo. Him and his wife be like, yo, let's go to Greece in 2 years. I was like,
I'm catching up, man. Clock's ticking, man. I'm in the third quarter just started for me a couple of weeks ago.
Brother. So. Mine starts in another few weeks, so I'm ready. I mean? Yo, peace to our way of life, gentlemen.
Salute, baby.
Salute to Fuliolos and football now.
Always. I love all y'all. Peace.
We back at it. Peace.